I think with enough effort, it could make a difference. After all, we're approaching 30,000 students at UCSD. That's a lot of people. And if they would just stop using plastic bottles and plastic bags, think what a difference it would make.
8 million tons. That's right. 8 million tons of plastic pollutes our world's oceans. From plastic bags to microplastics, our oceans are filled with trash due to littering and runoff from landfills, causing our oceans to go from this to this. Not only does this threaten the 100 million marine animals that live around the ocean, but also us humans whose life is dependent on the health of our oceans. Jimmy the seal is very concerned with the effects of plastic pollution in his home. Plastic in the ocean gets dragged onto the beach and affects both land and sea animals. Let's see what Jimmy's friends have been through because of plastic pollution. Plastic bags will float to the ocean's surface. Animals like Franklin accidentally eat these bags, which causes major blockage to the animal's digestive system, and it's impossible to avoid this tragedy. Americans use more than 380 billion plastic bags annually, which kills 100,000 marine animals every year. Even on the beaches, plastic is detrimental to animal health. Take the six-pack rings, for example. These animals aren't aware of the fact that plastic is harmful to them, so like Franklin's twin Casey, they walk into the plastic without realizing it can affect how their organs develop in the future.
Plastic includes a number of compounds, many of which are toxic, but it takes a long time to degrade plastics. There are microorganisms, and there are fungi also, which are capable of degrading plastic, but in general it takes years, even hundreds of years, to break down pieces of plastic. One thing that happens to them is they break down to smaller and smaller particles, and these then are taken up by living organisms in the ocean, and they literally coat the stomachs and intestines, so they interfere with normal biological processes such as absorption and breaking down foodstuffs into molecules that can be taken up across the intestinal borders. And as a result, fish can starve. As a result of the pollution in their stomachs, they can just starve because, of course, a plastic bag looks like something like a jellyfish that they might be interested in eating, but they eat that anyway. And many of the small particles look like fish eggs. So again, they'll ingest these, and pretty soon their stomachs and their intestines are chock full of these plastics. I've seen a number of pictures where fish that have died have been cut open, and you just see nothing but plastic. You've probably seen these pictures yourselves.
Ranging from 10 to 500 years, plastic in the ocean eventually dissolves into microplastic. A study by Environmental Science and Technology from 2015 found that the United States is adding 8 trillion plastic microbeads to the ocean every day. Unfortunately, these plastic microbeads look like the prey that plankton feed on. When organisms such as plankton ingest these microplastics, the pieces begin to travel up the ecosystem, doing more harm as animals prey on each other, and yes, that includes us humans too. This goes to show that plastic will do major damage even on the microscopic level. What can you, as a UCSD student, do to help out with plastic pollution? First, know how to dispose of plastic used for containers and utensils. For instance, cut the six-pack rings with scissors before throwing them away so that Casey won't have to worry about them again. Second, dispose of plastic bags correctly. Americans only recycle 6.5% of the 33.6 million tons of plastic they produce. While you may not be able to recycle plastic bags in your own home, there are many grocery stores that will recycle your plastic bags for you. Third, being a research-focused school with STEM background, UCSD is at the frontier of producing groundbreaking research. As future creators and scientists, we urge all of you to develop technologies and innovations that could help solve the plastic problem. Even finding a new form of plastic that doesn't take 500 years to dissolve is a step in the right direction. Even the smallest gesture towards ridding our oceans of plastic will help immensely in the long run. Picking up any trash on the beaches will reduce the amount that gets pulled into the ocean by the waves. So the next time you go to the beach, make sure to clean up when you leave, even if the trash is not yours. Each and every one of us can help save our ocean friends like Jimmy, Franklin, Casey, and so many more. All it takes is being a bit more cautious when using and disposing of plastics. Together, you and I can help save the ocean.